Chicago, baby. Chicago, baby.
What is all my fellow Sackers? I finally have the June Chicago monthly top 8 deck list. Remember, this was back in June, so this was before BT Indy and Nats. So a lot of players didn't want the deck list to get leaked. So because of that, that's why this video's out now. So this was a little while ago, but I know a lot of people are waiting for some of these deck lists, especially Kevin, who won with Quick Draw Machina Hero. He always says he's never won anything, and now he's won twice with Quick Draw. So guy's just the Quick Draw legend. But this was the monthly, I think this was Father's Day weekend, because I think Dirk and Nick came to play, and they normally don't play in these. So we had 10 Hero Frogs. I'm pretty sure this is the first time Hero Frog was the most popular deck in the tournament, followed by Blackwing. Then surprisingly, a lack of Vayu, GBs, Quick Draw. And we had Machina, Deep Hero Zombies, and a bunch of miscellaneous, which I think, oh, look at that cutie. So miscellaneous included 2 Instant Zombies, 2 Flamvel, 2 Twilight, a Machina Hero, and then a bunch of 1-ofs, even Crystal Beast. So 58 people is a little less than I would hope, but the competition was really, really good. Evan won an ulti Dark Arm for it. Is that Euro? There's no way. There's no way. A bunch of people shot. I'm pretty sure everyone here playing the tournament. Besides, I don't think GP was he in the tournament? I don't know. Most of these guys play in the tournament, and a lot of these guys are really, really, really good. These guys are all killers at tournaments. And why is Henry holding his Dark Arm trophy back row? What an idiot. But Henry got second at this tournament, and then he ends up getting second at the RBT. So just really, really great competition. It's crazy that Kevin took it down with Quick Draw Machina Hero. But I just like going through these pictures because, I don't know, they're fun to look at. People who aren't at the Chicago Monthly, I don't think they realize how insane the stream setup is. This is thousands and thousands and dollars of equipment. Like, look at this. This is just such a crazy setup, all because of this guy right here. This guy sets it all up for us. So shout out to Mike. He's the best. But so we can start going through the top 8 deck list. So most of these guys are like, everyone this top 8 is a fucking killer. So this is RJ's Dupless Hero Frog list. Obviously him and Dirk have topped with Dupless Hero Frog, and they topped, what was it? Sherman, was it? Houston, I believe? No, Orlando? Houston. They topped Houston. I wasn't at Houston, so I keep forgetting. They topped Houston with this list, and I don't think he's changed it. Maybe he's changed the side deck a bit. But it's the Dupless consistency. It's essentially a Frog Monarch with super, super consistent, right? The Substitute becomes less of a power card with no Dupe Frog, but you just guarantee you see your heroes and Miracle Fusions and Monarchs more. So they focus more on the consistency part of the aspect, and then they add in 2 D prisons for additional defense with no Dupe Frogs. And I think it's cool that they play Bottomless in the side deck, because that's a great one of the, if not the best card against Blackwing. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's Dupless Hero Frog. I think everyone's seen this enough, so not much else to say. Just it's cool seeing one of the pioneers of Dupe Frog or Dupless Hero Frog have continued success. Next, Jason Chef Taku. Some of you guys may know him from the channel from cooking. Oh, he's always cooking. He's topped a good amount of these TGS monthlies, and this time he decided to bring Christiasorn. He's always messing with this list, and I think he's changed the ratios a bit since he topped with this, since June. Especially the side deck, I'm pretty sure, is a bit different. But Reckless Greed, for those who don't understand, when you essentially milled enough, and then you can Reckless into Beckoning, or into Reckless into more draw. Reckless is really, really scary. So it's just, in the end, it is a Lightsworn list with Reckless Greed, and I think Reckless does push this deck a bit higher. So it's a cool deck. Next, Fancy. Dude, Fancy has now topped with Vayu, Hybrid Wings, and Frog Hero. So the dude is a freaking monster. I'm glad he's back playing again, because he definitely took a break from Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while, but now he's back and killing it. The only thing I have to say about this list is I just don't understand why this card is being played. I get why this card is being played, but I also just think it's not good. But other than that, it's a pretty standard Hero Frog list, I'd say. He is playing the Unifrog, 4 Monarchs as usual, 2 Dupe. So it's more of a traditional list, closer to Fraser's normal list that he popularized. He does have Deep Prison too, though, so little combination of everything. 10-foot Cyber, Deep Prison, and then Fraser's classic 4 Monarchs, 5 Heroes, Unifrog list. So good stuff to Fancy. Dude's a monster. I don't know how you can be so proficient with so many decks. Like, dude's a beast. And next, from 5th through 8th, Chai Tea on his classic list. He loves... I know he's just a good blocking player, so there's not much to say, but I know he's always using the TGS Monthly as his experimentation to test for bigger events, and he decided to test Double Deck Devi, and I guess it did pretty well for him, but also I don't know if it did pretty well for him, because I don't think he's on Double Deck Devi anymore. But it's Blackwing. I still like Fissure a lot in the side. I think this card is crazy. It's really good against GB Lightsworn, Concentrated Light. So I don't know. I still think Fissure's a great card if you're playing Blackwings. And the other thing to note, I think Blackwing players always talk about mind control, knock, and if they play mind control, should you play Raikou? Chai opted to play Raikou, but honestly, I feel like you don't need Raikou. Let me know in the comments if you play Blackwings, if you think if you play Minecon, you have to play Raikou. I freaking hate this card. This card is too good against value, guys. This card's insane. And moving on to third, fourth. So third and fourth are both Hero Frogs. This is David's Hero Frog. David has been, ever since he came back to Edison, I'm so glad my boy's back. He's been on Hero Frog, and I like how every time I talk to David, he's always messing with the ratios. He topped RBT New York with Hero Frog, and I'm pretty sure his list was very close, if not this exact list. Because I remember him saying he just wanted a little more consistency, so he ended up playing 2 E-Call, 2 Ryza, 3 Swap. I think deep prisons he's always messing with the deep prison ratio, but I just like that because he was trying Dupless, and then he was trying like all the other Hero Frog builds, and like always like back on what he likes. So I like that about him. He sticks to his guns. Yeah, I think this list is like solid. I think it's playing kind of less of everything, like 5 Monarchs, playing upstarts, but he's playing like Swap and 2 E-Call, so it's just very, very consistent. But now that Spiritual Water Art's out, I wonder if he's going to also make the swap from Deep Prison to Water Art. Not sure how all the Frog Hero players feel about Water Art just yet, but other than that, dude, I really like this. Like, this is just clean. I like this list a lot. And then moving on to Danny. So Danny used to be a Machina player. Like, you guys remember the like Machina build with Thunder King and Honest? He was that guy that topped a few times with that deck, and now he's on Hero Frog. I'm not gonna lie, this list is like really standard. As almost as standard as it gets. He's even playing like the 1/1 Econ Soul Exchange. So I know this has been falling out of favor because these cards can be dead and they aren't great starter cards, but these cards are extremely powerful in my opinion. Like, how to play around these cards is almost impossible sometimes. But yeah, another clean list. Do like that he's like, again, I do like he's playing Bombless. I think if I were to play this deck, I'd play something like David's list and try to fit in the bottomlesses in here. But yeah, it's a Frog, not much to say. Oh, he's not playing Unifrog. He's not playing Unifrog. I don't know. I know people don't like that card because they don't like drawing it, but as a value player, I am so happy Unifrog's gone. That card is so freaking scary to me. I can't set Raikou and Morug. Subtoad becomes a play that it's harder to play around. I don't know. Yeah, Subtoad just becomes much less of a scary card if Unifrog's not around. But I get why people don't play it. It is a brick. Okay, then moving on to number 2, Henry on his patent Blackwing list. They're joking and calling it the Henry 40. He's been on this 40 for a long time, and he topped RBT, got second place RBT with his exact 40. The side deck has changed a bit since. So if you see his RBT second place deck profile, it's already been on the channel. You'll see the changes he made in his side deck from here till then. But yeah, he likes. I don't know how he gets away with it, but he does like these 3 as one-ofs and Gores. So, I mean, they don't conflict, which I don't know how it never conflicts, but like, draw them in like right order. It's so scary to play around all 3 of these because it's like you can't really play around all of them. So he doesn't play a large variety. He doesn't play draw traps. He doesn't like him. So it is a different take. He is also main decking Mind Control F this guy. Yeah, it's a cool list, and I'm also glad he stuck to his guns. I don't like the herd mentality, if that makes sense. Like, one list or like one trend starts doing well, and then a lot of people who are like a 50-50 of like a trend, like example, like I believe in double deck Devi obviously, but not everyone does, right? I respect the people who are like double deck Devi is ass. I'm going to keep that stuff in the side deck because I don't think it's good. And people who stick to their guns and get results, I just respect that a lot. So yeah, I think that's really, really cool. Like, none is doing this besides Henry. And I think Swagger was doing double traps on double Starlight Road in one of his builds I saw. That's way too much in my opinion. I don't know how he could get away with it, but I guess that was just meant for Beto Call. But, you know, Henry, he's a great consistent player, one of the best Blackwing players in Chicago for sure. And then this is probably half the reason why people came into this video. On Quick Draw Machina Hero. So drop some lore. Just playing this exact main deck and testing it. One of our and it was testing really, really well. I had not figured out the side deck though. So Kevin took the main deck and then cooked the side deck with Marcus the night before, and I think Kevin cooked because he ended up on 3 Raigeki Break, which overperformed for him in the tournament. He was, dude, I don't know how many times he Raigeki Break or freaking Vanity's Fiend, but that went crazy. I think Raigeki Break is so good in the side deck because you have so many discards here, right? With Dandy and Fortress. So an idea was, example against Blackwings, right? Like the Machina stuff is good into Blackwing. So if you can side down on the quick draw debris stuff and add in Kevin's theory is you add in Force and Raigeki Break, so you make Fortress an even better discard, and then you have outs to both Oppression and Black Whirlwind and just like generic removal. So Raigeki Break ends up being a great card to side because it's so versatile. It goes into almost like matchup, right? Every matchup against doing game 3, people are signing in like Fina, Vanity's Fiend, Oppression. So Raigeki Break just gets to answer all that. So you get to save on side deck space. Thing is, at least when I was building this deck initially, felt like a god card sometimes, because if you notice, Fortress, Titanial, like Stardust, Plasma, most of the time when decks are answering these cards, they're answering it with a trap card. So if you can trap stun like the Boundless, the D-Prison, Icarus Attack, whatever, these cards are very sticky now. Like Titanial, Plasma being kept on board, they're sticky. They're actually really hard to get rid of, especially when you already trap stun one of the outs for that card already. You have to have either another trap, or like you have to play their game and like full trade favorably. You have to have insane out against Plasma and Titanial. So yeah, the deck is, I think, one of the best quick draw variants in my opinion. Lowe's on Oscar's channel has been playing this deck a lot. I love watching Lowe's play quick draw because he's actually very good at it in my opinion. But he just gets to play quick draw stuff, and then if the quick draw stuff doesn't end up working out, you get to pivot into the Machina stuff. And Gear Frame is an insane card in Machina because, in quick draw, because quick draw, the discard is sometimes a big burden, and with Gear Frame, you would alleviate the burden by getting Fortress, then you get a pitch, you get a pitch Fortress for quick draw. So your +1 gets converted instantly. If Gear Frame dies and you Drill Warrior, you can get back Gear Frame summon Force, and then you can start looping Forces for Fortress. So just ends up being really, really good. And then the deck does have Quick Draw itself has kind of a problem with getting damage out, but with Fortress and Gear Frame, that problem gets alleviated as well. You're not as resilient, or you're not as weak to deck Devi. So all in all, I feel like the Machina stuff really synergizes well and does solve a lot of the problems for Quick Draw. The only issue is you will once in a while draw hands like draw Plasma, Force, and Titanial and be like, why am I playing this deck? Which can happen for sure, but like even saw in the finals against Henry, Kevin kind of bricked. He drew like Force with no conversion for a while, but Henry also bricked, and Kevin ended up going like beatdown and ended up winning the game off Alias beatdown. But yeah, faced a lot of good players in this tournament, and just I think the surprise factor helped a lot, and Kevin just played pretty well. The only thing in the side deck I think is control the system down. A quick draw player, I like want to play Machina against Machina almost because I get to play my game, and quick draw is just a better grind deck than Machina, so you're just gonna win if you get to play the game. So I don't think you need specific hate for Machina. But yeah, I'm excited to see this if other people pick up on this deck, because I know Los is spamming the crap out of it, and I'm really happy that he's seeing success at his locals. He's just, dude, every time I see Oscar upload, it's just Los, and I click and Los wins almost every time. It's insane. So yeah, good stuff to Kevin. Really happy for him. That guy is a doomer, and he thinks he's a fraud, but no, he's the GOAT. So yeah, I'll be uploading the July deck list very soon. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. Let me know what you guys think about the Dupless Hero Frog builds. If you're playing Dupless or not dupe. I know I saw on Fraser's build, everyone said, like, I think the top comment was like, if dupe is wrong, I don't want to be right. But Dupless Hero Frog has been proven time and time and time again to be legit. So it's interesting to see how the Hero Frog meta gets shaped going forward. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.